Hi there, it's Quinn with PTSD While Black. Um, Long time no really massive PTSD episodes until this morning. Um, I've had been having disturbing nightmares. Glare. I've been having disturbing nightmares since last week, all of last week. Just very violent dreams of people getting their backs drilled into and watching their backs split open and Siamese twins being split in half, people being shot. It's been really disturbing. But anyhow, I guess it all came to a culmination today of just like I had a really big outburst because I was on Facebook and a friend was posting an article about how a girl went to the cops to report her rape, and then the police officer tied her up and raped her. And that was a little too jarring for me because I had a similar experience after surviving my assault. I had kept quiet after my assault and tried to pretend I was okay. And then I was seeing this friend who was in town because he'd left the country, and he's an ex-police officer. And I was talking to him about, taking martial arts because I started taking martial arts after surviving the assault. My friends thought, okay, no, she's just looking at a different form of fitness. And it was like, no, I want to be able to defend myself if something should happen. And so I'm talking to him about that. And like, he's doing these like different holds and stuff. And like, I was trying to break from him. And he's like, oh, yeah, but can you do this? And I'm like, no. And then he's like, um, trying to have an excuse to kiss me or to touch me just after I had told him that I started taking self-defense because of surviving assault. And I'm not going to trigger myself. And then again, it's fuck it. It's a day. Um, but proceeded to still continue trying to grope and grab me. And I was like, no, I'm not okay with this. We're friends. I only see you as a friend. I am not attracted to you in any kind of way. So good thing of taking martial arts at least helped me to stand up for myself and to block him. But it was just very triggering because you think that you can go to people who are supposed to be safe and tell them that this is what's going on and that they would be understanding, and instead it gets used as an excuse to try to touch you. And I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. So, and that's kind of what happened with the rapist as well. Use an excuse like, oh, you've got that scar there. What's this scar? As an excuse to touch my chest. Um, but the reason why I'm making the video is that today, though it's been 10 years, more than 10 years since this happened, like, I went back into that spot in an instant, and I've been in a healthier space for quite a while. I haven't needed to use my bracelets or anything, and it was just like snapped back. And the reason why it was snapped back is because the person who had posted the article was a friend of mine that I drove to his apartment after the rape, asked if I could take a shower, and didn't tell him why, and just pretended like I was okay. I didn't tell my friends that I had been hurt. I tried to pretend I was fine. I tried to normalize the experience. I tried to make it as if this is what I had wanted to happen when this was a date and we were going to the mall. um, yeah. And so I think that was the hardest part, was actually stating um, on that friend's post that I've lived through this and I never told you. I never told you that this was my reality. Um, and what's very messed up is that when I took his place on the lease with his other roommates, I even had invited the rapist over to try to normalize the experience and say, hey, these are my friends, and tried to be okay with what had happened. And I wasn't. I wasn't okay with what had happened. Um, and so I think that's the bind that today my poor husband, he's in the living room and he just hears me wailing all of a sudden and crying. And it's like, because I'm here in this moment that I didn't tell my friends what had happened, and I tried to make it look like this was all okay. Um, and it was a mess. It was a mess. Um, yeah, so today was just like, I think one of the hardest days I've had in a while, as far as PTSD flashbacks and stuff. Because like, I just started bawling. But the cool part is though I was bawling. I went to the bathroom because I had to use the bathroom. I'm crying in the bathroom, and then I used my affirmations to help pull myself out of it. Use my affirmations and some of the NLP that I've been doing, and even my EMDR of mapping and thinking of a secure place, and that helped me to process the feelings, to process the fear, to allow myself to be in that space and not just suppress it, but then also to acknowledge that I'm here today, that I'm in this space today, that yes, that did happen, and yeah, I couldn't tell my friends what was going on with me, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful. The pull away from the traumatic event today was a lot faster than it has been in the past. So I'm grateful that there's some lessening in these things. I don't think I'll ever be fully free of them, free of these feelings, but at least it doesn't have to be drug out and very intense. The affirmations that I used were from Lisa Nichols, which are the 7 things that I'm proud of myself for, 7 things I forgive myself for, and 7 things that I commit to myself. And that helped to soften the blow. And then my NLP, that technique that I did on myself, is basically I mapped over the ability to feel my feelings and also to still experience joy at the same time. So therefore, I sing the DuckTales theme song because the image that I mapped with that was ducks wiggling their butts because I think it's the cutest shit in the world. Um, and so I sang the DuckTales theme song, and it's just like, okay, calm, getting calmer. And throughout the day, it has been flashing up and appearing, but it's still not as intense. But I do need to speak about it, and I do need to name it because I haven't had one of these episodes in a while. This video is going to be a little long because then the other thing is, in 10 days, no, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday will mark 4 years since the car accident. And I'm still dealing with injuries from that. Like being able to do my hair is still a difficult thing for me because I can't hold my shoulder up that long and can't hold my neck to the side for too long. My lower back is still injured. My whole left side is just foobar. So I'm like realizing like, okay, you have all these traumas and they're just coming up in these memories. So I kind of understand why I was having so many nightmares the um, past 2 weeks, because it's really, well, the trauma from the rape is still there, but then this is also marking an anniversary of stuff happening. So, yeah, I'm just able to see myself in this at the moment. All right. I just wanted to get that out. So, till next time, peace.